The field of 2024 presidential candidates is expected to grow next week, and it's no surprise as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has been heading toward a formal announcement for some time, taking on Disney, the LGBTQ community, quote-unquote woke schools, and former President Trump. Caroline Shively has your look at the matchup between the friends turned foes.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis speaking to GOP lawmakers in the early voting state of New Hampshire on Friday.
We just completed what I would say is the boldest and most far-reaching agenda that we've seen in the modern history of the Republican Party.
Ahead of a formal announcement next week, a confident DeSantis ramping up the rhetoric. The New York Times reporting DeSantis told major donors, quote, "You have basically three people at this point that are credible in this whole thing, Biden, Trump, and me. And I think of those three, two have a chance to get elected president, Biden and me." But right now, former President Trump has an enormous lead in the Real Clear Politics poll average, 56% to 20 over DeSantis.
He needs to move his numbers in Iowa and New Hampshire at the very least very, very quickly.
With about $68 million behind him, Trump has also found a way to sustain leads in the early primary polls. Though DeSantis has about $115 million behind him, some think he's stalled out in the polls.
He's been a de facto candidate now for weeks, and he hasn't been able to move his numbers, so I'm not sure filing paperwork is somehow going to magically change his trajectory.
More Republicans are expected to join the race, which could favor the frontrunner, but some voters aren't so sure.
Expanding the GOP field in 2024 might alienate some of those supporters, Trump supporters.
Governor DeSantis is expected to file the paperwork to run next week, with a more public campaign launch the week after. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.